Today I'm sharing one of my favorite meatball curry recipe. Hi, I'm Sharmi and today I'm making lamb kofta. You will get two dishes from this one recipe, so keep watching. Before we get started, please hit the subscribe button and also press the notification icon. It will really help me to keep making these videos. Kofta is basically a meatball and this lamb kofta will be soft, juicy and creamy. So, let's get started. For the minced meat, I'm using 300 grams of lamb mince, but you can use any minced meat of your choice. If you want a juicy kofta, your minced meat should have a good amount of fat. I'm also adding 1 tablespoon of mayonnaise. This will make my kofta extra juicy and flavorful. I will recommend putting this, but this is completely optional. Let's talk about the spices. For the meatballs, I'm using 1 teaspoon of ginger garlic paste, 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric, half teaspoon of Kashmiri red chilli powder, 1 teaspoon of coriander powder, 1/4 cup of fresh coriander leaves, 1 green chilli, 2 teaspoon of dried or fresh mint, salt to taste. For the binding, I'm using 1 slice of bread and 1 egg. Now the most important ingredient. I will use 1/4 cup of this fried onions. I will use some of this in the gravy also. I have fried these onions golden brown. If you want to know how to fry the onions perfectly, watch my vindaloo video. I love fried onions, so I always make extra whenever I fry them. Just munch on them. I put it over my other dishes, so it's very versatile. Most recipes don't add fried onions to the meatball, but they really elevate the flavor of the meatballs. For the gravy, I'm using 1 black cardamom. You can replace this with 2 green cardamoms, 4 cloves, 1 teaspoon of black pepper, 1 teaspoon of ginger garlic paste, half a teaspoon of turmeric, 2 teaspoon of Kashmiri red chilli powder, 2 teaspoon of coriander powder, 2 tablespoon of cashew. I will soak this in water for 30 minutes. Pinch of sugar, 2 tablespoon of yogurt. I will use half a cup of this fried onion and 2 tablespoon of oil. Now let's do the prep work. We will first make the meatballs. First, I will make some breadcrumbs. If you already have breadcrumbs, you can use them. I'm using a food processor. If you don't have a food processor, you can just break the bread and mix with the egg. My breadcrumbs are done. Now I will add the meat to the food processor. I will roughly chop the chilies and the coriander. If you want less heat, you can take off the seeds. Add them to the food processor. Now I will add the spices. 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric, half a teaspoon of Kashmiri red chilli powder, 1 teaspoon of coriander powder, 2 teaspoon of the dried mint. I have the dried mint, but you can use fresh mint too. 1 teaspoon of ginger garlic paste and salt to taste. We'll give few pulses. Add the mixture to the breadcrumbs. Add the egg, mayonnaise and 1/4 cup of fried onions. I will crush them up. Just look at them, how crunchy they are. And mix them well. Don't over mix them, otherwise they will be tight and chewy. Just bring them together. Just mix them like you make a dough. Once all the ingredients are incorporated together, it's done. It hardly took 2 minutes to mix. This is the consistency I'm looking for. They're coming together so well. Because I have used a food processor, it will be very smooth and melt in your mouth. But if you don't have one, you can take the minced meat on your chopping board and chop with the knife. It will give you same consistency. You can also make the meatballs and keep it in the fridge. It doesn't really matter. Now I will let it chill in the fridge for 20 minutes. If you make this in bulk, you can also freeze them. While my meatball is chilling in the fridge, let's make the paste for the curry. If you're wondering where is my first dish, we will get to that soon. I'm using a spice grinder, but you can also use mortar and pestle. Add the soaked cashews and the rest of the fried onions. It will be around half cup. I will give it a few pulses before adding the yogurt. Now I will add the yogurt. You can also use a mortar and pestle for this. Add little bit of water. So we have made this into a smooth paste. My paste is ready. My meatball mixture has chilled in the fridge. Now I will make the meatballs. First I will wet my hand slightly so that the mixture doesn't stick to my hand. I will take around 1.5 tablespoons of the mixture and shape it into a ball. This is around the size of a golf ball. Let's make the rest of them. Keep them separate from each other. Now let's get to the first dish. It is pretty simple. I will fry these meatballs and serve them with the sauce. I have some extra meatballs here just to show you the dish. Our sauce is almost ready too. For the sauce, we will use the paste we made for the curry. Let's fry the meatballs. I'll keep the heat on medium. I'm using a non-stick pan. You can use any pan of your choice. My pan is hot. Now I will add the oil. You can also roast in the oven or air fry it. It's totally up to you. The oil is hot. Now I will add the meatballs. I will fry them till they are golden brown from the outside and cooked inside. It will take around 5 to 7 minutes depending on the size of the meatballs. Turn them occasionally so that they cook through evenly. Our meatballs are done. Now let's make the sauce. I will use some of the yogurt, onion and cashew paste. I will chop some coriander and add it to the sauce. Add some mint, salt and squeeze of lime. Mix them well and our sauce is ready. Our first dish is done. Fried lamb kofta with sauce. It is looking delicious. Let's give it a try. It's moist and juicy. Let me try with the sauce. Wow, it's crunchy on the outside and soft and juicy inside. The meatballs are slightly spicy and it goes really well with the sweetness and the creaminess of the sauce. You can serve this as an appetizer or put it in a wrap. When I make this dish, I always make some extra kofte for frying. Now let's make the kofta curry. You can use the fried meatballs for the curry, but I find that it does not really make a difference. So I will directly add these raw meatballs to the curry. If you prefer frying, you can always fry them before adding to the curry. You need to fry it for less time at high heat till they are golden but not cooked through. First, I will grind the whole spices. First, I will crack the black cardamom pod and take the seeds out. Cloves and the black pepper. Grind them coarsely. I wish you can smell this. It's smelling so amazing. This is done. Now let's start cooking. Keep the heat on medium. Heat up the pan. My pan is hot. I will add 2 tablespoons of oil. I will add the ground whole spices. Fry for few seconds. Add the ginger garlic paste. I will add a splash of water. Reduce the heat to low before adding the spices. Coriander powder, Kashmiri chilli powder, turmeric. Fry them for a few seconds. Very simple spices. I will add a little bit more water so that I can fry the spices for a little bit longer. Now I will add the sauce. Mix them well and cook it till oil separates. Remember, the heat is at low. Keep stirring occasionally so that it doesn't stick to the bottom because it have cashews. Cashews have a tendency to stick to the bottom. It's been 5 minutes and it's looking good. You can see the oil is separating. Now I will add 2 cups of hot water. Give a good mix. You can see some lumps are there. Just press them and mix them with the gravy. Increase the heat to medium and bring to a boil. Add salt. Let it boil for 2 minutes. Check for seasoning before adding the meatballs. Gently add the meatballs. Let it cook for 5 minutes. Do not stir them or touch them. Heat should be medium to low. After 5 minutes, shake the pan to turn the meatballs. Cook for another 5 to 7 minutes till the meatballs are done. Add a pinch of sugar to balance the flavor. Switch off the heat, add some fresh coriander and squeeze of lemon. Our lamb kofta is done. It's looking delicious. My lamb kofta is ready. It's looking amazing and delicious. So let's give it a try. The meatballs are soft and tender. It's looking really juicy. The meatballs are soft and juicy and it's so flavorful. I love the chilies in the meatballs because that give a nice hint of spiciness, which is going really well with the creamy sauce. It's savory, creamy, and you get all the flavor from the spices. The gravy is smooth, silky, and there is a hint of spiciness from the chilies. You can always adjust the spiciness to your liking, but this is perfect for me. This will go really well with some rice, naan, or bread. This will also be great with some pasta. So give this dish a try. If you follow my recipe, it will always come out soft, juicy, and delicious. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe, and see you in the next video.